Y'all, welcome to the live. I have been trying to go live, but my internet is tripping, y'all. I'm gonna have to get Starlink or something, baby. I'm gonna have to support the boy Elon. But welcome to my channel. For those of y'all who do not know me, my name is Mariah Sincere, and I'm a self-love coach who specializes in helping people to radically transform their lives. I've done it myself. At the beginning of last year, I did not like how I was living, y'all. I had been through everything: toxic relationships, traumatic childhood, dead end job. And I decided that I wanted to move. And within 6 months, I moved to Medellin, Colombia. So I'm coming at y'all live from the beautiful country of Medellin, Colombia. If you need any coaching, hit me up at Thepassportsis at gmail.com. My email is in the description box, and I got you. With that said, guys, look, I'm gonna show y'all my lunch today. I know this is a late lunch, but I was like, baby, I gotta go get a workout in because the longer I put my workouts out, the less likely I am to do them. And I'd rather get my workouts done as early as I can in the morning. But with that said, y'all know I've been going in like I think I had a caldo de cerdo yesterday with arroz, and then the day before that, I had some oxtails, and I had the works. But I actually want to show y'all like my lunch today is really boring. I have eggs, like 3 eggs, some avocado, and some tuna. So it's very simple, guys, because I'm trying to lose weight. I ain't trying to be all big as a house. But most of the time when I eat a big meal like that anyway, like that's the only thing I ate that day. With that said, we are going to talk about Johnathan Majors. Give me a second. Let me send out a notification that I'm on. We are going to talk about this whole Johnathan Majors and Meagan Good situation because I see it's got the girlies in a tizzy. I haven't really watched too much. I'm seeing people putting their YouTube videos out about it and their TikToks. Like, I haven't really sat down and listened to what anybody said. I mean, obviously, there's going to be the obvious. You're going to have women who don't like Johnathan Majors because honestly and truly, a lot of women supported him until they found out that he was dating a white woman, which I don't care. I do not care who these men date. Johnathan Majors is not somebody who, if he was a regular person, that I personally would be checking for enough to care what type of women that he was into. And I think like a lot of women need to be honest about that. Like, I know he is this, sex symbol now, but to me, he got butterface. I'm sorry. That might seem mean, but I feel like the only reason why y'all care is because he's a celebrity. I feel like the only reason why y'all care is because he's a good actor and he has muscles. But like, if he didn't have those muscles, would y'all even be attracted to him? Me personally, I'm not attracted to all that. I like men who like work out and keep themselves fit and in shape, but I prefer a man that's cut over a man that's bulky, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be able to see that you have like some definition to your muscles, but I prefer that than like kind of bulky. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of y'all just in y'all feelings about it because he's an actor and he has some wealth. But like, if he was just a regular dude who didn't go to the gym, y'all would be calling him Dusty. So who cares who he dates? Like, he can date a woman that's purple or green. Who cares? So that, to me, that's not my gripe. I know a lot of women are complaining because they're like, oh, these type of men go to Becky, which we should stop calling white women that. It makes us sound like haters. To be honest, we should stop calling them that. But I know a lot of women are like, yeah, these men, they run to Becky, and then when they want to get saved, they come back to black women. Which, you know what? There's some truth to that. I have noticed that that is a pattern. So black women are not entirely wrong in making that observation. But here's the thing: you can't be mad if these women keep accepting them back. So like, why be mad at them? And like, you know, I don't know. If those women want to take him back, that's their choice. You don't gotta lay with him or sleep with him. You don't gotta have no dealings with him. So I kind of feel like at this point on the whole race conversation or topic, we just need to let it go. If he prefers white women, that's his choice, that's his prerogative. I don't care. I prefer that he not prefer me. And that is what that is. What I will say though is, and again, I'm not too emotionally invested in this. I think Megan Good could do better. It's Megan Good. Like Megan Good and like when I think of the top three, that's in like this younger, generation, that millennial group. You got Megan Good and Lauren London. Them top two. And then right up under them is gonna be Drea. Really, you could say they the big three. So they don't have no business settling for nobody. Um, but if they want to, that's their prerogative. And the reason why, let me pull up this interview. So y'all know Johnathan Majors got into it. I guess he had a white girlfriend and he had all these movies going on. Like I think he was supposed to be in a Marvel movie. I think he might have done Star Wars. Y'all know he did Lovecraft Country. He did a lot. He's a phenomenal actor. Never nobody that I lusted over, but I know plenty of women who did. And I feel like who that man is dating shouldn't take away his talent. Now, with that said, this is a different mindset than what I had 3, 4, 5 years ago when I was a lot more insecure, when I felt like men, I had a scarcity mindset and I felt like men were not in as much abundance. But now that I've like grown, I date out too. So that's another thing. When you date other men from other cultures, you don't care who black men are dating because you doing the same thing. So like we all opening up our options over here. You feel me? I got me. Let me stop. Let me be quiet. Y'all need to know all my business. But that just is what it is. So I don't really care about that. But when people found out he had a white girlfriend because of this whole case where allegedly he laid hands on this white girl. Now, he was acquitted, but he lost a lot of movie deals in the process. With that said, what was so odd to us was like out of nowhere, almost immediately, as soon as this trial started, Meagan Good is popping up with him at court. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I thought that this was like a PR stunt. And I'm not all the way convinced that this is real. Y'all gotta remember, these are actors. They know how to sell us on something. This is their job. This is what they do for a living. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm still not all the way convinced, but let's buy into it. Let's pretend that it's real. It may be. Give me 1 second. It actually may be real. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. We're going to talk about this as if it is real. So he did an interview on the Breakfast Club where he was basically saying that she lost a lot of endorsements or she lost a lot of deals because of her association with Johnathan Majors. And honestly and truly, if that really is the case, I don't know if that was worth it. Because like, yeah, she's a household name and we know her, but bottom line is Meagan Good still has to work out here in these streets, even though she's a very accomplished actress. So I don't think I would have took that risk. And I too don't like this idea of struggle love. Like you got to prove it to any man. It ain't even just to a black man. I don't like the idea that a woman got to prove that she just so down before she gets a ring. That comes with time. That should come with time. Like a man should have to earn that kind of loyalty. Like they're like, am I tripping? Okay, let's see. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to share the interview. So this is from the Shade Room. So he was doing an interview on the Breakfast Club.
Through any of that, like you were scared or nervous that like Meagan would be like, "Yo, this is too much for me."
All the
Like,
time.
did you?
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, all the time. Well, as I said, sis, like I told her from the jump, like this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But when y'all in it and it's like the press,
Yeah,
and,
but when we're in
yeah.
it, like I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say because she's also a name, and so I think that there was a lot thrown on her as well because people were like, "Meagan Good, why are you doing this?
What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of that. You know, I had a lot of. Sure, I had a lot of. I mean, we're in a relationship now. We're in a marriage. You know, I'll keep it straight. We had moments of like, "Hey, babe, it's cool." You know what I mean? I love you more than I can imagine, but you gotta, you know, the ship's going down. You know, you better. I'm Jack. You know what I mean? You let go of me and you go get it. You know, that was a big thing. And she took so many hits, you know, because of it. You know, she took, I don't think she mind me saying, like, yeah, she wasn't in they weren't announcing it, but like she lost endorsements. You know, we got uninvited to stuff. You know, she got uninvited to stuff because she had shown just how down she was, and they knew if Megan's coming, Jay's coming. You know, I'm coming. You know,
I mean, which is understandable. It's understandable. One thing I will say that I don't like, especially if it's just kind of like a one incident kind of thing, like with this situation with Johnathan Majors, like the woman accused him, but I don't remember seeing too much of any type of proof. It's not like with the Chris Brown situation where you could clearly see that he laid hands and feet on her. Like he beat her down like she was a ninja, right? And in this situation, it was kind of like more of a he said, she said thing. I feel like sometimes we are too quick to just cancel rather than say we're gonna reserve judgment. Um, but I think in situations where somebody has a reputation for doing certain things, I can definitely understand why people would say, I'm just pulling back altogether because your name is just always in mess. It's always muddy, or it seems to be a pattern of behavior. Um, and again, like when you are when you're a woman, that's a bad look for you to be associated with a man whose name is tied up. Me personally, if I met a man and just like I'm just now meeting you, where I wouldn't begin a relationship with a man whose name is tied up in a DV case. Whether he did it or not, I don't want to be associated with that. So I'd rather not even get involved in that. That way, like, there's no emotions, there's no feelings. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think it was with Meagan Good. I think she was trying to get over her heartache with Devon. I had seen she had dated a couple guys after him, and you could tell these guys weren't serious, you know. But I could tell that, you know, she's trying to get over her heartbreak. It looks like Devon had moved on as well. And she saw an opportunity to quickly get a ring. So I don't know if y'all watch Chaz Ellis, but I remember watching a video of his years ago when he said that men don't love the same as women. They fall in love in three ways, which I would argue it's not even love, but this is how he explained it. He says men fall in love at an obligation. Okay. So it might be something where he got you pregnant, or he made you some promises, or the family's putting pressure on him. So he gets married to you and boom, he just been with you so long, he feels obligated. The second that you do something to make him feel not obligated, for example, you cheat on him or something like that, that type of man is usually gone because he was only there at an obligation, right? Or they fall in love with you out of need, like they're in a really bad place in their life and they need somebody in their corner, right? And you just happen to present yourself as a person who is proving that you're loyal and you're down and they can lean on you. However, it might not necessarily be that way when they're up. And the third is you make yourself useful. It might be a situation where you're paying for them, or you might take care of all of their not even paying for them, but you handle everything that goes on in their business, right? They can use you in some way. Mind you, none of this is love, but he claims this is the only 3 ways that men love you. So when I think of Johnathan Major, I think about the second option where she presented herself at a time where he was low and down and out. And it seemed like everybody was jumping ship. And she was like, I'm gonna hold on. Now, if the goal was for her to get a ring, strategically, that actually was a really good move, especially at the age they are at. I don't know if I would be willing. I don't know if that would be a good move if the man was like younger, like early 20s, and not even kind of thinking about marriage, right? But it was a good move in terms of if she wanted to get another ring and she was tired of being single. But career-wise, I don't think that was the best move for her. You feel me? And you know what? He's been acquitted. I think that making good will work again. So, in the grand scheme of things, this is probably not that big of a deal. He's making his rounds. He's on the Breakfast Club. People will be willing to work with him again in the future, just like they've done other celebrities. I'm sure one day Shia LaBeouf will work again, right? It might be a while, but he'll work again. Let's continue.
Yeah, she took an incredible hit, and then just walking around, you know what I mean? Like a lot of our work, as you guys know, is like socializing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
did you ever feel like through any of that, like you were scared or nervous that like Meagan would be like, yo, this is too much?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm the type of person, like, even if I would have told a dude, oh, I can handle it. I'm a Gemini, baby. I'm quick to be like, you know what? I changed my mind. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Woo! That's a lot. Let me tell you something. This is what I want women to know. I'm gonna say especially Black women, because we tend to be the ones caught up in these situations. There are men out here who are responsible, already got their stuff together, and when you meet them, they're not in these dire situations. And I know that when you like, because here's the thing, it can seem like they not out here, but you got to change what you're attracted to. Sometimes you got to be willing to see. Let me tell you something, because a lot of times when people say stuff like this, y'all think we're saying you need to be dating men who are unattractive or men that you're not attracted to. First, you need to change you. Change you first. Change you. Address why you deal with certain type of men. Once you change you, you will see men who you find attractive, who you did not find attractive before, who you didn't even see. And when I say that, I mean men who are genuinely attractive, like men who are genuinely handsome, men that you don't have to force yourself to like. Once you change you, your change will taste. And men who were not even on, like that whole frequency thing is real. That whole, the level at which you're vibrating at is real. So you begin to vibrate at a different level, and you begin to notice the man who maybe is not as talkative, or maybe is not as flamboyant, or maybe is not as flashy, but he's still handsome and he handle his business like a boss. He's just not out here trying to be seen. Like, you'll see the men who, a lot of times, the type of men who are good men, they're not the type to be pressing you because they're not hound dogs. They're not lustful. That a lot of times they're the more observant type. But you'll begin to notice, oh, this guy is kind, or oh, I saw him do this for a person, and he didn't even like do it to a woman that he found physically attractive to. Like, this person is just being kind, just to be kind. Like, You'll notice these type of things, ladies. But the problem is a lot of y'all be stuck in a box on what y'all want, what y'all will date. For example, somebody like Meagan Good, I'm gonna be honest, and I hope y'all don't take this the wrong way. I'm trying to say this in the most humblest way possible because I've said stuff like this before, and I don't want y'all to think that I feel like I'm the most finest person in the world, so I have the authority to speak on everybody's looks, because I've said this before. I can't attract the man that is the same type of caliber that a woman that looks like Keke Palmer can. I can't attract a man that is the same type of caliber as a woman that looks like Meagan Good. So I'm very realistic, So don't take this any type of way about what I'm gonna say. I feel like just Meagan Good is just so up there in terms of she's slim, she's got really nice facial features. Like, this woman is on a whole nother level gorgeous. Meagan Good could pull a Eve and be dealing with millionaires and potentially billionaires. That is the potential that she has. She don't got to put up with a Johnathan Major. She never had to go through that situation. But I feel like when you are so stuck on the type of man that you want to date, and you don't like want to invest the time in getting to like other people, like other cultures, like maybe change some ways about you so that your personality wise can be more appealing, which to me Meagan Good has a personality that has a cross-cultural appeal, in my opinion. But when you are so caught up in this idea of black love, black love, black love, then it's like it has to be a black man. And my whole thing is, I don't think there's anything wrong with if it just happens to be. But when you're like, it has to be a certain type of man, you set yourself up for failure, because now you're willing to put up with things. And then if certain behaviors, characteristics, or mannerisms are more prevalent in a particular culture, then you're going to be more susceptible to dealing with certain things, versus if you just open it up to everybody, then you start seeing, oh, there are men who actually, like, there are no shortage of men who come with their finances together and their legal situation together. I'm not saying that you're not going to deal with other type of BS, because somebody can have their finances together, somebody can have their legal situation together, but y'all personalities may not blend, or the amount of time that y'all are willing to give each other might not be. They might want children and you might not want children. So there are other factors that have to go together. But I'm tired of women thinking that off top you have to start off with, we are struggling and the man is going to come to me with his stuff not together, because that is not true. Like, it's 7 billion people on this planet, right? And then about half of them are men. Do y'all honestly believe that majority of men are walking around here with their stuff not in order? And I'm not saying they got to be rich. I'm just saying having your stuff in order, or having your legal situations in order. So I don't think that was a good look for her. Let's see what TikTok had to say. With that said, though, another thing I want to say is Meagan Good is way too fine to me, in my opinion. Meagan Good is way too fine to be with Johnathan Majors. And again, I think the only reason why y'all think he fine is because he got muscles. To me, Meagan Good was better suited with Devon Franklin. They were nice looking. If they would have had kids, the kids would have came out looking nice. In my opinion, I don't care what nobody had to say about what I say now, because I see how y'all treat women who y'all feel like are less than attractive out here. And that ain't even just men, that's women too. I see the way people treat people who are not particularly good looking. So what I'm about to say is about to sound real shallow, but I see how shallow people are out here. Me personally, if I looked as good as Meagan Good looks, I would never ever mix my jeans with Johnathan Majors. I'm sorry, because you got to think about it like this. What if I have a daughter? When you have a son, it don't really matter too much, because all he got to do is get his paper up. But what if I have a daughter? Okay, my daughter's going to be 18. have to deal with the fact that her mother is super beautiful, and when I go outside with my daughter, I'm gonna have to constantly try to build her self-esteem up, because people are gonna treat you the way that they treated, y'all know how they treated Bobby Christina. Now Whitney was super beautiful. Whitney was a model. Bobby Christina came out looking like her daddy, and we seen how the world treated Bobby Christina. I personally would hate for my little girl to have to go through that. I wouldn't want to see it. So if I look like Meagan Good, you wouldn't catch me dating a man that looked like Johnathan Majors, unless the plan is we never ever have children. Then it don't matter. And maybe that's the tip she's on. Okay, give me a second. If you're just now coming in here, please hit the like button. Okay, so let's see what she had to say. Hold on. Meagan Good, hold on, give me a second. And Johnathan Majors. Let's see what the girls are saying on TikTok.
Brandon Johnathan Majors tries to do, we ain't never going to unhear that audio of him telling that white woman that he needed her to be the Coretta Scott King to his Martin Luther King Jr. I don't care who you marry. And you still ain't going to convince me that this wasn't all a stunt.
Hold on. I didn't know he said all that. He really said that? I didn't know he said all that. Now that's out of order. Okay, hold on. Black women, I apologize. If he really said that, I apologize. I understand why y'all own his ass. Because that is wow. If you want you a Coretta Scott King, go get you a Coretta Scott King. Trying to get a white woman to be it, that's crazy. That's insane. And who said he was Martin Luther King or anything of that caliber? Okay.
You went from telling a white woman something like that to showing up to court with a black woman who's famous to now doing a quick marriage with a black woman that's famous. You're just trying to clear your name, but we didn't forget. And as much as I love Meagan Good, she is playing herself, because you can't be the star of a show that is specifically about being a girl's girl and then marry somebody like that. You just can't. And I don't care what he wasn't convicted of.
And that's what I'm saying. I hope she's getting paid really good money to clean this up. Because if that's the situation, that's the only way I could justify her even giving him a chance. Because it's like, okay, he went and said that. And on top of that, y'all don't even look good together. I'm sorry. They don't look good together. I don't care how many push-ups, sit-ups, and lifts he does. They don't look good together, in my opinion. So I'm hoping she's not that desperate. But let's continue.
He still told that white lady that he needed her to be his Coretta Scott King. And that's enough for me. That should have been enough to put him in jail for at least a year. Some type of jail time. I don't know. But the whole thing seems scam likely to me. Scam likely. I don't care how much rebranding Johnathan Majors tries to do. We ain't never going to unhear that.
Well, I told y'all what the man Chaz Ellis said. This is all out of necessity. So yeah, he in love. He ready to get married. All of that. How is he gonna feel when those bigger movie roles start coming back in? Let me continue. What they talking about right here?
No wonder Jonathan Majors was fired by Marvel. No one realized he had done something that angered everyone. Recently, Jonathan officially married actress Meagan, marking a new chapter in their relationship. Meagan has stood by Jonathan's side, supporting him through the lowest points of his career and life. However, many people are still talking about this marriage, as the controversy surrounding Jonathan Majors has yet to die down. Back in the previous year, Jonathan was accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend, causing a huge stir in the entertainment industry. He was originally Marvel's rising star as Kang the Conqueror, with high expectations placed upon him, even considered the centerpiece of the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, this accusation overnight turned him from one of Hollywood's hottest stars into an outcast. In the end, Marvel had no choice but to fire him, and it dealt a devastating blow to Jonathan's career. Now he has chosen to spend the rest of his life with Meagan, hoping for a fresh start. However, whether Jonathan can truly redeem himself remains uncertain. As for Meagan, one can only hope she finds true happiness in this marriage, rather than becoming a victim of a controversial relationship. No wonder Jonathan Majors was fired by Marvel.
It's just such a bad look. And that's why, ladies, it don't matter how pretty you are. If you don't work on your self-esteem, you always are going to fall into situations like this. And I tell people like that all the time. Like, for example, y'all know I live in Colombia. It's so many beautiful women here. And they'll do anything, even if they already look good. They'll still go get a nose job. They'll go get a BBL. They'll go get lipo, whatever they need. And I'm not knocking any of that. You know, and being older has humbled me. Because the older you get, the harder it is to get fat off. So, baby, I'm not too far behind them. I got to go get my lipedema taken out my arms and my legs. You feel me? But that don't stop these men from dogging them. That don't stop them from acting jealous and insecure of other women. That don't stop them from blowing these dudes' phone up. That don't stop them from constantly being concerned with what a man is doing and where he's at and who he's. It don't stop them from being any less paranoid. A lot of the times you'll see, this is Colombia, you would think that every single man would be with a bad chick, but honestly and truly, most of the men are with regular looking chicks, average looking girls. Yeah, they'll look at they get used to it. They get used to these women with these beautiful bodies and faces, and after that it's like, okay, well, what else is there? What about your personality? The foreign men, you know, the men here will say, don't get me wrong, these paisas, they love their women. So they'll say, yeah, the women here, they're very beautiful. We got the most beautiful women in the world. That still don't stop these men from dogging these women. Especially if they got low self-esteem. And the reason why these men are able to dog these women like they do is because their self-esteem is so low and they're in constant competition with other women. So much so to the point where a lot of them don't even want to say hi to other women on the street. It's crazy. They see you coming and they automatically think competition. Meanwhile, I ain't even gonna get into that. I'm just saying, women, we got to work on our self-esteem. Let's see what he's talking about.
How are you feeling yourself? Do you feel like this is a new chapter for you now?
Yeah, I absolutely do. You know, I absolutely feel like, I'm in a new space. You know, I feel in my body. I was actually saying to my fiance a couple of nights ago, I was like, I feel different. Like I feel like I'm a different person, you know, in a way. And she concurred. She said, yeah, from when we met to where we are now. And she walked through the 3 iterations of me that she's kind of experienced. And I walked through the 5 iterations of her that I've experienced, you know, the art, the life, the movies, the family, the hardships, the struggling, the falling down, the trying to get back up, all of that, taking all of that and metabolizing all of that, and now turning to a group of people that I've expressed all this, my shortcomings and the traumas I have, you know, even things that, you know, aren't in the news, as it were, you know, expressing those things to them and then allowing them to help me, you know, do the work, you know, and becoming a bit hungry for that now, you know. Oh, there's a problem. How do I fix this? You know, and I even fix it. How do I grow from this? You know, that's kind of really become the aim and the focus, and the work is the work.
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good, but the thing is, it's easy to talk like this and be humble when you're down and you're trying to work your way back up to the top. What happens when you get up? And that's the risk she's taking. It's a huge risk. It's a huge risk. And I understand love comes with risk. Any type of love. You can meet somebody and they got their stuff all the way together and it still comes with a risk. But I feel like we should be in the business of trying to mitigate major risk. Okay. This right here, I don't know if I would I mean, nah, it ain't even, I don't know. I know I wouldn't be down for this type of risk. Hell no. Especially now at my age. And that's the thing. Meagan Good is not a spring chicken. She looks very good. Not even for her age. She just looks very good, period. But I believe Meagan Good is 40 or a little over 40 now. I think she should know better. And that's why I'm like, is this a PR stunt? Because ain't no way. With that said, I see I got a viewer. I'm gonna get off of here soon because ain't nobody really on here. I don't know if y'all are busy, but you know what? Show up. Even if don't nobody else show up, show up. I'd rather be consistent. But I put a link in the chat. And this week, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold you. My lives have been kind of like the viewership has been lower than what it normally is. And I'm like, I hope my channel ain't shadow banned. Maybe. Hey, what's up, DJ Batman? We are on here. I don't see. Are people in here? Hold on. Let me see. Give me a minute. It's good to see you, though. Thank you for coming. Okay, well, I'm going to be grateful for you. I'm going to be grateful for my viewer. Well, DJ Batman, I don't know if you want to come up and give your opinion on the situation. You don't have to cam up. You can talk from your phone if you want to, but if not, that's fine. I'm going to wait a couple minutes. Yeah, I kind of think it was a weird combination. And honestly, they don't be showing you all your live viewers. Really? Is that true? Because like I'm going in on my account, I can't see. It says I only have one viewer. Like when I actually go on YouTube to try to look as like a viewer, but I got a couple likes, but that's okay. Again, I'm just here to do the work, and I just said I wanted to be consistent this week, which I have. I've come on my lives every day. I said that I was gonna come on. So what I'm gonna start doing, y'all, is on Friday, I'm gonna do call in Friday. So I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to come up and talk about whatever topic I talked about that Friday, or if you want to bring up something else, it'll be more of a viewer's choice kind of thing. By the end of it, we can do that as well. DJ Batman, how do you feel about the situation with Meagan Good and Johnathan Majors? Do you think she's making a smart move by choosing to marry him? What is your sentiment about it from a man's perspective? I mean, obviously, any man who was going through the same situation as Johnathan Majors would want support, and that's the thing. Like, from a human perspective, I understand when the world has turned against you, you're gonna want support. Yeah, she getting her bag secure. And you know what, DJ Batman? That might be true. That might be true. She might not be no dummy. And that's what I kind of brought that up at the beginning of the show, where I was talking about how, like, this guy, Chaz Ellis, on here said, like, men fall in love with you if you are there for them in a time when they are down and out. Like, that's the easiest way to get a ring. That's the easiest way to get a ring, right? If everybody turned their back and you have shown yourself to be loyal when everybody has turned their back. Even before this happened, even though Meagan Good had been in the industry for, I want to say, I mean, she's been in the game for over 20 years now. I remember her on Eve's Bayou. Cousin Skeeter, she's been in the game for a long time, really almost 30 years. Johnathan Majors has been in the game oh yeah, we could talk about Yella Beezy. Yeah, I'll stay on in. We can talk about Yella Beezy. If you're just now coming to hit the like button. Johnathan Majors hasn't been in the industry for as long as she has. However, he does have bigger star power than her. So it is a gamble. And I didn't think about that until you said it, DJ Batman. It is even though she's lost her deals and endorsements, she's taking, like, even though she's taking a risk, I feel like Johnathan Majors is gonna come back. And the reason why I feel like he's gonna come back is because people are starting to do all these interviews with him. I just showed y'all an interview. People are giving him an opportunity to speak about his trauma. People are giving him an opportunity to make himself more human. He got acquitted. He wasn't found guilty. So he has an opportunity to have a major comeback, just like Robert Downey Jr. had his comeback. They even let Chris Brown have a comeback, right? And he was actually guilty of what he did, and found guilty of what he did, and has done it since then, even though he a little bit kind of blackballed. But what I'm trying to say is, it seems like Hollywood is going to give him an opportunity to come back, and if he comes back, it's going to be a major one. So you're right. She actually might be securing her bag. This is actually might not be the dumbest decision, but right now it looks bad. Did you hear about rapper Yella Beezy? He got picked up last night. Yeah, y'all know I'm from Dallas. I'm from Dallas, born and raised Dallas. Like, not from the suburbs. I'm from the city of Dallas. I lived in the Grove, Oak Cliff. Yella Beezy and them, they from Oak Cliff. Yella Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, they all used to be friends. Mo 3. I could tell y'all the whole story. Mo 3, Yella Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, and I forgot the other dude's name who got, it was another one that got unalived. They all used to be friends. How this beef started, Mo 3 got locked up and Yella Beezy started messing with Mo 3's girl. So that's how this whole beef started. Everybody in Dallas knew when it happened that Yella Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy had something to do. What happened is Mo 3 got killed off of I-35 after going to see a girl. He got unalived on I-35. He got walked down on I-35. Trap Boy Freddy was in the vicinity, so he's next. And I'm glad it took them a while, but I'm glad they finally got him. With that said, before the whole situation with Mo 3 happened, Yella Beezy was in the hospital because somebody had pew-pewed him, right? But he lived. So a lot of people speculate that this was a retaliation, but they have been beefing hard for a while. With that said, I liked Mo 3 as a rapper. The whole city, like, if you had to choose between Yella Beezy and Mo 3 all day. He from North Dallas. Like, I used to live in North Dallas. I know a lot of people out there, like, Mo 3 all day. So a lot of people in the city are very happy that Yella Beezy is in jail. Let me pull up a picture of him for those of y'all who don't know who that is. I'm gonna pull up a picture of, let me see if I can find something on TikTok. What do you think about that, Batman? Okay, here we go.
So Yella Beezy has officially been arrested for unaliving Mo 3, and he was arrested on capital murder charges. So this is serious. He's going to prison. If y'all remember, back in 2020, Mo 3 was unalived in a shooting that happened on a Dallas expressway. And for the longest time, people were trying to figure out who did it. But people speculated that it was Yella Beezy.
We weren't trying to figure out nothing. The streets knew who did it. The streets knew who did it. And if y'all don't remember this, right after that, the situation happened right after Mo 3 got killed, Trap Boy Freddy left and went to Houston because he was, he was trying to hide out. He was scared. I think not even a week later, so Lil Boosie, see, he was caught up in this too. Lil Boosie was friends with Mo 3. They had a song, I think, what was that Mop With It song? They have a song together. They was cool. So Lil Boosie tweeted something like, only time will tell, kind of making it seem like he was going to do something. So Lil Boosie came to Dallas and he was at Big T Bazaar. He went to go see Jim City Lewis, you know, to get his chain or whatnot. And I'm from Dallas for real. So, you know, I be going to Big T. So anyway, he was outside in his Sprinter and they shot the whole Sprinter up. So he was in the hospital. They shot his leg up because he was on the internet sending these coded messages. So we thought it was going to be some retaliation from him after that, but nothing really ever came of that, which is good. I mean, Boosie, he got kids, he got other responsibilities, he don't need to be in jail. But the crazy thing is, Dallas used to really love Boosie. Boosie used to come out to Dallas and make money. Dallas people love Boosie. So, like, I kind of hate that happened to him in our city, but you know, he involved himself in the drama, but I understand because that was his friend. But my whole thing is, if you wasn't really ready to be like that, then don't do that. Like, don't involve yourself in that type of drama, especially as a grown man and a father with kids.
Easy, but now there's no more need to speculate. It has been confirmed. It says here, according to state documents obtained by the Shade Room, BZ, real name Marquis Conway, was taken into custody on Thursday on a capital murder charge. Documents allege that BZ hired a man named Keywan White to murder Dallas rapper Mo 3, real name Melvin Noble, in November 2020. White was sentenced to 105 months in federal prison for a firearm charge connected to Mo 3's death. Further goes on to say that the grand jury says that Yella BZ had made a call to the person he had hired to murder Mo 3 on November 11th, and that they had a conversation about the murder, which then intentionally.
But see, that dude got picked up that like around the same time it had, not too long after the shooting happened. So we knew he was gonna roll, you know, like we knew that was coming.
Intentionally led to the killing of Melvin Noble, aka Mo 3. So basically, he paid somebody to murder him, and now he's going to prison. So Yella.
I wonder if somebody gonna say something about Trap Boy Freddy. Let's see.
Hold on, let me shrink to the little me. I'm about to ruffle some feathers real quick.
This is Trap Boy Freddy.
A lot of y'all mad at Yella BZ for the murder of Mo 3. Trap Boy Freddy, he right now. Y'all ain't so mad at him right now because he ain't in custody yet.
But he will be.
The only thing you can be mad at Yella BZ about is how careless they were in this hit. Because let's be honest, this is what a lot of y'all don't want to say and not being truthful about. Mo 3 was a lot of our favorite rappers. You know, one of our favorite. We love to hear him. His style was unique. But let's not act like Mo 3 didn't put hits out on Yella BZ.
He did.
Let's not act.
He did. That's what I was just saying. He did.
Like Mo 3 wasn't engaged in this back and forth. Let's not act like Mo 3 wasn't retaliating on the backs of Roy Lee. So this was a gang war.
Yes. Roy Lee. That's who I was talking about at first. Roy Lee got killed. So this whole like taking it to the being violent, that started with Roy Lee getting unalived.
Act like Mo 3 didn't antagonize Yella BZ them either. This was a back and forth. He almost got Yella BZ on the highway. You feel me? So for people to act like this is not, for people to act like this is a surprise, when really the only surprise is them being so reckless, he getting caught. And what people don't want to say is the reason why so much heat came on Yella BZ about it, besides people talking, is Trap Boy Freddy. Y'all remember when Trap Boy Freddy shot that video after Mo 3 got hit on that highway, and Trap Boy Freddy was near that location, filming down on the highway, picking, knew exactly who it was, because they can't stay off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't want nobody to get killed, because I wish they all could have stayed friends, or just, if they're going to mutually split, go to war with the pen and stuff. But when the killer.
And that's crazy. This is the saddest thing about this. They were all cool. They were all friends from different hoods, but all friends. And sometimes it be your friends can become your worst enemies. And this is definitely a case of that.
Let's start happening. Hey, at that point it's irreversible. But
What up,
The
GMS?
fact that so
Good to
many
see
people acting
you.
like Mo 3 wasn't just
Okay, this is up your alley, GMS. I don't know if you know anything about Dallas rappers. You know, I'm from Dallas, so I've been known about this whole situation, the whole backstory, the drama. Everybody in Dallas knew. So if y'all don't know, if you're just now coming in, Mo 3 got unalived. When was that? 2021? It was a while ago. If you don't know some of his songs, Broken Love, Outside, you know, they scared to come outside, you know, Mop with it. You know, he had a lot, we liked his style. He had that singer rap kind of style. Um, he used to be friends with Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Beezy. They was all cool. They all kicked it. Then Boy Lee, it was all cool. What happened was Mo 3 had to go sit down and go to jail for a little bit. Yellow Beezy messed with Mo 3's girl, and it started a whole beef. Roy Lee was the first one to get killed. Then a hit was put out on Yellow Beezy. This all eventually led to Mo 3 getting walked down on I-35 in Dallas. Now, everybody in Dallas, we knew who did it. Trap Boy Freddy, shortly after that, fled to Houston. But we knew they was all involved. Lil Boosie, y'all know he used to be cool with Mo 3. He put out a tweet on the internet the same day the news came out saying only time will tell. You know, so people took that as a threat. So he came to Dallas, like it was crazy. He came to Dallas not too long after that, went to Big T Bazaar to go see Jim City Lewis, the dude who does all the jewelry. And these people in Dallas ran down on him and shot his sprinter up. Now, to this day, we don't know exactly who shot his sprinter up. And he didn't retaliate for the situation, which, you know, the sad thing is Dallas really rocks with Boosie. He's made so much money in Dallas, but everybody in Dallas knew who did it. Everybody in Dallas knew who did it. Yeah, and the crazy thing, GMS, is that he got walked down leaving a girl's house. I discovered many Dallas blogs when they covered this yesterday. The bloggers got 50,000 plus subs. Did not know that many bloggers were in Dallas with that many subs. Oh yeah, it's a lot of Dallas bloggers. Those dudes, real life street stars on YouTube. Y'all know the ones who have done they've done interviews with Princella, the Queen Maker, Jaguar Wright. They're based out of Dallas. It's a lot of motion in Dallas. Tonight's conversation, those people are from Dallas. I just know there is always a woman at the origin of every story with these dudes beefing. Yeah, that was the situation.
is dirty in the street. It's crazy to me. And I ain't pick. I
And
ain't
like
taking
Mo
up for
3
Yellow
was
Beast 'cause I
always
don't.
kind of taking shots at them about the situation. You know, that whole broken love thing was about basically about him messing with his friend, with his girl behind his back, you know.
Like them. But let's just be honest. This was a back and forth. This is what goes on in society, in the black culture, in the gang culture. They got back and forth and they don't let go. But it's just that who you latch onto as your favorite is who you support. You know what I'm saying? You can't just act like Mo 3 was just innocent, you know what I'm saying, bystander. He was in the streets. It come with it. So I tell people, leave that shit alone. If you know you out here, you know, paying for hits on people like that, you gotta move more accordingly, man. You gotta move with more security. You gotta move more righteous. You can't just get caught slipping. And that, unfortunately, that's what happened to Mo 3. You know,
but how universal
sometimes
law
you get
works,
too much money and you feel like you untouchable in certain situations.
That's facts. But here's the thing: this is how universal law works. It wouldn't have mattered how proper he was moving. Eventually, that was gonna come back on him. You know what I'm saying? You get unalive by the sword you live by, and the problem is, people think that they are above the program. People think that they can escape universal law, and that's not how none of this goes. Right? You might get away for a time. You might get away for a long time. Look at P. Diddy and his situation. You might get away for a real long time, but the bill always comes due. Y'all remember that movie, Brotherly Love, with Keke Palmer and Tia Mowry's husband, Corey Hardrick, where basically, you know, we see the movie. The movie starts off with, you know, this dude, this unknown man, unaliving a whole room of people over losing a dice game. And, you know, we see the brother, you know, as a good man. Yeah, we know he sell drugs, but we see him as a good person who take care of his family, who is a provider, who provides for his sister and brother and them, like this head of the household. And come to find out, he was the one who recklessly slaughtered all these people over a dice game. And guess what? At the end, he got his life took. And I felt bad until I realized, hey, bruh, you took away people's family members over a dice game. So a lot of times it don't matter how much of a stand-up person you are or appear to be in front of the community or how much of a real dude you are, like that karma always comes back. And that's the part they don't tell you. Haven't seen that yet. Oh dang, I hate that I spoiled it. It's still worth watching. Everywhere I go, stores, schools, I see girls reading that Thorns book. If you do a book review, this could get your channel to take off. I'm gonna look into it this weekend because this is the second time that you talk, and I wrote it down, so I do intend to do it. Let me see if I can find a PDF of it or find it digitalized. Yeah, so and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the times we encourage these young men to be hard. We encourage these young men to be in the streets. And like, I'm going to say this too, women, we got to take some accountability because a lot of times the only reason why these men are in these streets like that is because they like women. Well, I'm saying about half like women have, though. Because I got a theory. Like some of these men, they don't mind going to jail enough for me. They don't mind going to jail enough for me, baby. I feel like they see 3 hots in a cot, and like we be thinking, dang, a man don't want to go to jail because he don't want to be separated from women, but he getting bussy in there. Not all of them, but y'all, I was watching this gay dude last week, and he was saying he loved jail. He said he felt like jail was a vacation because like a lot of the dudes that he would normally be able to sleep with while he was in the free, when he was in jail, the dudes was like looking out for him and treating him like he was they woman. I said, oh baby, no, that's why these men like going to jail. They don't mind going to jail these days because at the end of the day, they still, like you got 3 hots in the cot. You don't got to worry about paying no bills. They still can have their cell phone. They get all the contraband they want. It's women that's calling and putting money in their commissary. They get to sleep with the female guards. And then on top of that, you get to go up in some pussy if you need to. Hey, for a lot of these dudes, they feel like it's easier to be in jail than out in the free. I'm telling you now. That's why I don't know. That's why I don't do jail dudes. It's too big of a risk. Let's see what he had to say.
Y'all been knew the situation between Yella Beezy and Mo 3. Mo 3 got on the track and bragged about shooting Yella Beezy multiple times. Bragged about killing Trap Boy Freddie Homeboys multiple times. So I understand his mom and friends want justice for him, but let's call a spade a spade. These was 2 street niggas beefing, amen? It all started when Yella Beezy got Roy Lee knocked off. Now, why he did that, I don't know. Dude was a whole comedian, but allegedly, Yella Beezy had enough of this man and got him killed. Mo 3 was not having that shit because that was one of his best friends. One of his only friends in the music industry. One of his only friends in the city. So what did Mo 3 do? Catch Yella Beezy at a strip club, chase him through every light imaginable, and shot the fuck out him on the highway. Yella Beezy, being way smarter than Mo 3, came back and got Mo 3 friend killed named Lil Bubba. The murder of Lil Bubba was publicized.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. So, guys, I dropped the link in the chat. If you want to come on here and talk about this situation and give your 2 cents or anything else, I'm fine. This is Call In Friday. So, if whatever you want to come on here and talk about, you don't have to get on camera. You can talk from your phone, use your avatar. So I'm gonna play this, but the link is in the description box if you want to come and give your opinion.
And shown all on TV because it was mafia style. So
Please
they knew
then
hits was being ordered in Dallas. After that, they put Mo 3 back against the wall, and he had to show that he was out here guerrilla status. So he started stepping on shit, robbing shit, shooting shit, bragging about it.
Yeah, he was.
3 was a whole villain. Trap Boy and Yella Beezy could not take it, so as a result, they commenced murder. Allegedly, they commenced it. So we saying long live 3, and that's on me. But the truth of the matter is we have 2 young black superstars who was very successful, had children, supported their family and friends, They were great black men for the community, but they chose violence and threw it all away. This is Dallas County. I do not understand why Yella Beezy or Mo3 thought they could get away with this shit, but they about to learn real fast, because Mo3 gonna get charged from the grave for all that bragging on them bodies he was doing. Y'all gonna see he wasn't no good guy. Y'all been knew the situation between Yella Beezy and Mo3.
I think for like the community and to put it to rest, and again, you know, and I'll be honest about my bias. Like, yeah, I definitely rocked with Mo3 way harder than what I rocked with Yella Beezy. I'm just keeping it real. I rocked with him real hard, right? But with that said, you know, people aren't lying. Like Mo3 did used to antagonize them. That beef was epic. I'm saying that's probably one of the most epic beefs to ever go down in Dallas history. And it was bodies dropping, you feel me? So I think it did kind of rattle the community even more. Like I feel like when Yella Beezy got shot up, I think because it didn't end in a death, people were not as shook by it. But like when Mo3 died, the whole city was messed up in behind that, you feel me? And Mo3, I don't want to say he was the bigger star, but we liked his music better. I'll say that. Let's see what Beezy says.
Seen this man family members out. I done seen people around him, everything. Like it's no sense for me to just like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have nothing to do with the shit. I never had nothing to do with it to begin with. It'd be different if I was on that motherfucker trolling with him. Of course, a nigga hate how the situation panned out, but I didn't start that shit.
With the Dallas situation, Mo3 passed, your name came up. Why is it when artists pass away, the guy on the other side, it's like the chapter ends of that, whatever happened? I do want this to be the last time we talk about all that.
I won't care who you were. I never talked about it because like people can look at it however they want to look at it. I ain't trying to act like I'm perfect, but bro, I don't start nothing. I mean, I can address some shit, but it's like
now, if I was Yella Beezy, I personally would have been telling people who interviewed me, you are under no circumstances allowed to ask me about that. And I would have walked out of interviews when asked about that. Because even if I wasn't hot, which he probably was hot to begin with, now you putting them on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now you letting people know that my name is in the mix with this. I wouldn't have even, we ain't addressing this. Don't talk to me about it. Don't bring it up. None of that.
What for? I never addressed it then. I don't feel to address it now.
But aren't you tired of it even being mentioned? Bro, I'm still seeing YouTube videos now.
Just stop attaching me to all that shit, because it's like, it ain't got nothing to do with it.
Are you seeing
now?
Like this one right now with your whole mugshot?
Yeah, like 3-4 videos, dude. Like, regardless of what it is, I'm going to get the blame for anything. Just leave me up out of that. You can spam my comments how you want to, bro. That's not going to change the fact of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like I can't say I owe an apology because, like, I never said nothing. I hate how the situation panned out and, you know, shit like that. But, like, far as me, like,
yeah, I mean, but that dude got arrested. The dude that actually did the dude that actually did it, we knew that eventually Yella Beezy was gonna go down for it, right? I didn't realize it was gonna take this long. And now I'm kind of like, were the feds watching him for other things as well? Are there going to be some additional charges added on? But this seems like a situation where they took their time and their case might be airtight. I don't know if he's going to make it off of this one.
This rapper got arrested today on a M for hire charge. And if you're an auntie like me and didn't know who this was, you might know this song.
Oh no, hold on, baby girl. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know she slowed it down, but baby, don't do that.
I interviewed Mo3.
Who?
Mo3.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so this was before the unaliving.
Well, I asked about the shooting, and he said there's no beef, but you know, he said you just gotta stay out the way. It's real out here. And
it's real out here. Shit. Niggas get hit up every day. It's the world. Like, you know, somebody right now, we talking right now. Somebody right now probably getting shot up right now. Like, shit, you gotta stay out the way, man.
Don't know who that is.
No, I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Where you from?
I think he's from the same place you're from. Same area.
Dallas?
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Never heard of
I
him?
know everybody from my city making noise.
Okay. Hold on a second. Well, Mo3 dropped a song called 219. Some people say it's a diss song towards you.
I ain't never heard it.
I interviewed Mo3.
Who?
Mo3.
So yeah, so this was when he was plotting. He was sitting back. He was waiting to make his move, you know. So I don't know. I don't think it really came as a surprise when Mo3 got walked down, because a lot had already gone on, you know. So with that said, this is very sad. This is very unfortunate. Let me see what he had to say.
Yellow Beezy, Yellowtail, I don't give a damn. His ass in jail. Huh?
Not he in
Yellow
jail.
Beezy, Yellowtail, I don't give a damn. His ass in jail. Damn. They is locking the rappers up. Y'all gonna have niggas spinning the classical music this summer. Huh? Niggas gonna be bending corners to Beethoven. Ain't no damn way.
Yeah, I think at this point, if you want to do any type of like if you're really out here in the streets, because see, that's the problem. The rappers of the early 2000s, they rapped about the streets and all the stuff they did, but most of them really was not on that, right? A lot of these dudes went to technical art schools and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they went to acting school and art school and all that kind of stuff. Like they was not really like that. This new generation of like these Chicago drill rappers and these rappers coming out of Dallas, like they were really on that. Like they were really about that kind of that street lifestyle, right? And we're seeing the chickens are coming home to roost. I mean, look at what happened with Lil Durk, and people gassed him up with that whole situation that happened with King Von. Like people are gassing these situations up. Then when you're rapping about committing unalivings, when you're doing stuff like, oh, you a P if you know who you're I know what I'm saying. You a bitch if you know who killed your homie and you ain't do nothing about it. Like when you're making lyrics like this, then people expect you to stand on business. A lot of their fans are younger, so they gas these beefs up, they hype it up. And at the end of the day, who's the one that have to go sit down and do that time? A lot of this stuff is not worth it. These men have children that they're supposed to be taken care of and be provided for. And rap money, a lot of times y'all think these families will have access to these residuals, and that's not necessarily the case. You know, the record label is walking off with their money. So at the end of the day, nobody wins but the record label when these rappers get unalived or have to go do time and sit in jail. So it's not a game. And at the end of the day, it's doing more destruction in our communities because these men feel like they got to go live that out. And what I'll say to the young women, especially the older you get, I guess I can understand some of these girls that's like under 25 who are dating these men, but some of y'all be like, I ain't even gonna hold you. It be grown men, it be grown, real grown women in their 30s. And I'm pretty sure it's women in their 30s that Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy was having a way with and dropping off a couple dollars too. So this is the type of behavior that we as women say that we are attracted to. This is the type of behavior that gets attention. This is the type of behavior that allows men to have as many baby llamas as they want to. So like as women, we got to take responsibility. Y'all remember that movie Chirac when the women was like, we just need to stop sleeping with these men? Like that's really the solution. Like honestly and truly, like stop giving the attention to the hood dudes and give the attention to the good dudes and the dudes that's trying to do stuff on the straight and narrow. These men will figure it out, but if you give all your attention to the bad boys, hey, what's up, Will's Tumbling? It's good to see you. We were just talking, and I'm dropping a link. Anybody, I'll drop it again. Anybody who wants to come in and give their opinion on the situation. I don't know if you heard about the situation going on with Mo3. Yellow Beezy just got arrested on capital unaliving charges for the unaliving of Mo3 that happened in 2021. Okay, yeah, so you ready to just kind of relax. So I was just talking about that situation. I'm from Dallas. We knew this was coming. Everybody knew who did it. Trap Boy Freddy, his is coming too. He will eventually get caught up in this whole situation too. I'm interested to know if anything's gonna happen. Yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. So I'm interested to know if anything is gonna come out in regards to Boosie, because y'all remember Boosie was involved in this whole situation because him and Mo3 were cool. And not too long after that, he came to Dallas, and his sprinter got shot up. Like they shot that mug up. His leg, we had to go to the hospital. They shot his leg up. It's a miracle that man can still walk. And y'all know he has diabetes. Really, it's a miracle he's alive. But he was in the hood, y'all. Big T is in the hood, okay? Big T is one of them places where I ain't even gonna hold you. When I would go to Big T, and people like Big T is one of those places where even certain people in Dallas, depending on what part they're from, if they're from like a better area of Dallas or they kind of moved out the hood, they like, oh, why you going to Big T? Like it's a lot of Dallas people who be like, I don't go over there. I don't go to Big T. Me personally, I like going to Big T because Big T was like a one-stop shop. So if you need to get your nails done, you get your nails done. If you need to go to the barber, you can get your barber. Some people will go there and buy shoes. I ain't buy them shoes. I ain't buy them Wookies. They would have them fake Nike Air Max. Me, I would go there because there was an African lady there who sold bars of soap and incense. And when I needed a hoe fit to go to the club, y'all know what a hoe fit is. A good old fashioned Nova fitting outfit, but I don't got time to wait on shipping. Like I need my outfit today. Big T never failed me. Okay, so I would go to Big T and get me a little outfit, stop by the food court. But it's wild up in there. Like the men will grab you. It'd be crazy dudes up in there. They be shooting up in there. So I would never go after a certain time, and I would try to avoid going during the weekend because it would be too popping on the weekend. But I would still go. I'm sorry. I'm a sped teacher in Massachusetts and had an hour and a half meeting with the student and a parent this afternoon. Child, you know I used to be a teacher, and I sat in some of those meetings for those 504 all them type of plans, right? Them sped them. I don't forgot at this point because I was so over it. So I already know that meeting was a mess. So I feel for you. Fake Air Maxes is crazy. They would have them. Them Africans would have them. I remember this dude tried to charge me $75 for a fashion. He was African. He was trying to scam. He was trying to charge me $75 for a Fashion Nova fit up there, right? If you wanted to go up there and get edibles, if you need to get your car rims, if you wanted to go get you a chain, whatever you wanted to get, there's a beauty supply store. I love Big T. It's a Dallas staple, y'all. If you wanted to go get a sound system for your car, okay, anything, furniture, you can go up there and get furniture too. If you want to go get one of those cars, y'all know them little Benzes for your kids, that people would buy their kids during Christmas. One of them toy cars that they could ride around in, you can go in there and get that too. It be those people in my city. Yeah. But yeah, so Lil Boosie was really, that's how you know he a hood ninja for real. Cause like really, that's not a place for no celebrity to be going up to, whether or not you involved in a beef or not. I don't feel like a celebrity needs to be stopping by Big T, but you know, he a hood dude, so he went up there. Like honestly and truly, if you got it too much money, you don't need to be going up. If you got too much money on your person, you don't need to be walking up in Big T, in my opinion. Because it goes down. They be up there fighting. The men be fighting, the women be fighting, they be up there robbing from them Asians. Cause like most of the people that have shops at Big T, they either Hispanic, Asians, most of them are Asians or Africans. They be in there trying to punk them Asians, but them Asians that Big T though, they wasn't scary. They wasn't no punk. This Texas, you know. Yeah, we knew Boots. Yeah, so yeah. But unfortunately, he just happened to come too soon after the whole situation with Mo3, and he spoke on the situation publicly on the internet. Again, putting out, subliminals. That only time will tell. Only time will tell what. So, and y'all know Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Beezy are from Oak Cliff. Big T is in Oak Cliff, right? So it's like not only did you put a subliminal out there, but you came to their part of town, you came to their hood, and you expected nobody was gonna do nothing. Wrong move. And I remember like during that time in Dallas, I remember y'all that whole year people was wilding. Like it was so many unalivings going on in Dallas. Like it was to the max. You couldn't even go out to Deep Ellum. Like you couldn't even go out at night during that time. Things have still bad in certain areas, but to me, I feel like during that time it was just worse. I feel like things have calmed down a lot more since then. Okay, with that said, guys, I put the link in the chat. Y'all scared to come outside. In the words of Mo3, rest in peace. Y'all scared to come? Hold on. So you'll get 687 in Big T is what I'm hearing. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a guarantee, but like, yeah, don't go in Big T arguing with nobody or getting into it with nobody. Yeah, that don't go to Big T with your girl. If you know that you got a fine woman, you do not go into Big T because them niggas gonna grab her, try to touch her booty, say something disrespectful. They don't care if you standing right there. And so yeah, you don't go to Big T with your girl. You don't go to Big T as certain. You don't want to go when it's crowded. You want to try to not go during the weekend. But yeah, it's very, very possible. If you're a man, especially if you're a man, if you go on Big T, you need to go in there and know what you're getting and then come out. You definitely don't go with your girl. Yeah, you will. Yeah, Big T is a place where it is highly, if you get into it with somebody at Big T, it is highly likely that something is going to go down. It's highly likely that it's not going to be a situation where everybody walk away and go home. At the very least, y'all gonna tussle, right? That's on a good day. That's on a good day. Okay. I done gone up there a couple times and had dudes grab me and then cuss me out like mad rowdy because I said something to him. And then I would still go up in there, y'all. Don't be like me though. With that said, guys, I'm going to get off the live right now because I got other things. Like I need to take a nap, to be honest. But it's been real talking to y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. And I'm gonna come on here Monday. If y'all got any topics y'all want me to talk about, I'm gonna review the book DJ Batman. But if y'all got any other like popular culture topics, because I do want to get off of just talking about, like I told y'all before, I don't really like talking about relationships because first of all, people gonna do what they want to do. I kind of think differently about things than everybody. I don't be sitting up thinking about relationships all the time. Y'all know I try to talk about politics, but people don't like my politics. Y'all mad? Y'all want me to be a Democrat? I'm not doing it. But you know, if y'all want to send topics like this too, I don't mind talking about it. With that said, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I'm out.